Well, hey everyone, Dion here, theturquoiseiris.com, and it appears that Abby has decided to just pop her head in just as I decided to press live. What is today, Abby? Is it Tuesday? Yes, it's Tuesday. Okay, it's Tuesday, and right here is this dresser I was working on last Friday night with Karen Berg when we were painting live, and I think she thinks I'm talking to her, and I apologize. She was really laying just right over there until I started talking. Do you think you could lay down? Could you lay down, please? Okay. So we're going to talk boundaries while we paint. Hi, Terry Smith. Hi, Annie. Okay. Can you go lay down, please? Just a sec. Hey, can you lay down? No, I didn't say sit. Can you? Okay. I may have to make her go inside. I'm sorry. Can you go lay down? Here. Can you lay down? Not right here, though. Go over here. Abby. Okay, Abby's getting a surgery tomorrow, guys. She's getting a whole bunch of knots taken off of her body. And I'm nervous. She's going to come home with a cone on her head and a bunch of stitches, but she's got all these knots on her. I really am surprised she's acting like this. So, Abby, come lay down. Just a minute, guys. We're going to talk boundaries and we're going to chat, so hang on. Okay, can you come lay down? Come here, come here. Lay down, lay down, lay down. Lay down. Good girl, good girl. Lay down, lay down. And I did not say shake. Lay down. Okay. All right, we're shaking. All right, lay down. Okay. Hey, lay down. Lay down. Good girl, good girl. Still kind of in my way. Still really in my way. Okay, stay there. Okay, guys, let's do a little thing. Let's talk boundaries while we paint. I know I'm feeling really guilty for it, too, because she's going to have surgery tomorrow. We're going to hope that it's not cancer. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm fired up about something, and I just thought, gosh, let's talk, okay? I don't want to wait till Friday. So this is a little bit of a touchy subject. And so I definitely don't want to offend anybody. That's not really where I go. You know what I mean? And so, but we need to talk boundaries, and I don't necessarily mean boundaries with me, okay? What I'm meaning, oh, that's awesome, right? Okay, all of you guys popping on here, thank you, and oh, thank you for sharing this too. Okay, so let's just talk. Here's what I need you to really ask yourself. A lot of you guys are furniture painters. A lot of you guys are creatives, okay? I'm going to start painting here in just a moment, too. Up until a year ago, let's say, I did not teach you what I was doing. I did not share with you any tips, how you did it. My main mission in this business was to sell a piece of furniture to you. Therefore, I wasn't telling you how I did something, why I did it. I was really trying not to show you how I painted. The reason being, I thought you would laugh at me. I thought you would criticize me for using chippy brushes. I thought you would say, hey, why are you leaving the drawers in? Why are you doing it that way? Are you really doing it that way? Ooh, like that's not how it's supposed to be done. I thought you would judge. That was the main reason. B, when I said, no, I'm not teaching you because I didn't want to have time. I didn't have time. When would I fit that into my schedule? So this is really not about me, and I'm getting to my point here in just a moment. You would never laugh at me. Well, still, when you come on live or when you start in that this is a whole new realm, when you start teaching someone or you produce tutorials, because we are criticizing, right? Hi, Miss Holly, my cousin right there. That's family right there. When you're teaching somebody, hi, Q. We're talking boundaries today, sister. We're talking people who want to overstep their boundaries and how easy it is to overstep your boundaries and maybe not realize you're doing it. Okay, so when I'm using me as an example, when I put myself out there, I open myself up for criticism and judgment, right? Absolutely. Bring it on. The more followers I get, the tougher my skin gets. Bring it. Okay? Because like 99% of you are so sweet and so kind. And I'm not even talking about ugly people being ugly right now. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I want to remind everyone that when you're watching someone who's showing you how to do something, they don't have to. They're not required to show you. Or how about someone that just posted something absolutely beautiful? Do they have to tell you how they did it? Right? We think they do because so many other people are doing it, but they don't have to tell you guys. I decided to start telling you, but it took me 6 years to reach that point, right? It is frightening to put yourself out there. It is so vulnerable to say, here's how I do it. Oh God, please don't judge, right? No, I don't care. I don't care. I don't, but I'm over that. But it takes a while to reach that point. There are people, there are artists. We do not ask someone who creates this gorgeous canvas. We do not say, could you please tell me step by step how you did that? And then get ugly with them when they don't. We do not say, hey, you know, you just built that, you just created that quilt and you have it for sale. I'd like to know your steps. Can you do a tutorial and show us? If you do, that's okay. You can ask. But don't get upset when they say, I'm sorry, I don't do tutorials. I don't teach. Don't get upset. Know your boundaries. Just because half of the people on social media are showing you their techniques doesn't mean the other half are, right? So we forget. And I think it's more so in this industry because there's so many of us furniture painters doing tutorials and showing you how to use the paint product in this world of live, Facebook Lives. Guys, please, they do not have to teach you. They do not have to share anything. They don't owe you anything, right? Right? They're just giving you something. They're taking time out of their afternoon to show you how they're painting something. Are you paying them? Sometimes you are. Sometimes you are. Sometimes you've taken a class. I've got an online class coming January 27th, and I'm charging them, and it's not cheap. It's not, because I don't work for free. Well, sometimes I'm doing this for free. This is work, but it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? This is fun. I'm doing this, and it's like, why not? But this is on my brain. Guys, thank you for sharing this, guys. I'm wanting to reach the community of us furniture painters because there are boundaries, guys. And just because someone puts a piece of furniture out there for sale on social media, oh my gosh, guys, that doesn't give you the right to say, but how did you do it? What colors did you use? Guys, I'm telling you, and I can honestly tell you, not one time in my 6 years before I started teaching did I ever say, what colors did you use? Well, that's a nice question. There's nothing wrong with that. They don't have to answer you. Not one time did I say, can you tell me your technique? I used to look at Barb Blair from Knack Studio, and I would buy her books, and I would study the image. I would blow it up. I would look on Pinterest. I learned myself. I did not expect somebody to teach me, because you know how we learn, right? We learn from doing it ourselves. So by asking somebody, sometimes you're not going to learn anyway, because you still need to manipulate the paint. You still need to get out your own tools, your own brushes. Okay, so I do this, and I've got little chippy brushes, and I'm like, why are they asking me about my brush? That was newsflash. Never occurred to me you guys were going to originally, when I first started doing this, ask me about my brush. Had no idea. And then you're like, you're using chippy brushes? Oh, yeah. I got about 100 of them over there because I don't like to clean them. But now I got the good stuff because you guys started asking and it started mattering. Then I started trying them and paying for them and went, whoa, there's a big difference. Okay, but guys, please remember your boundaries. Respect the people who are putting themselves out there. And you know, what is it? Put yourself in someone else's shoes, right? If it were you and your business and your bread and butter and you weren't in you were in no position to teach, you're just trying to sell the pieces or grow your business, and maybe one day you'll teach. Maybe one day you want to answer all the questions about what color this is, but maybe they're trying to make their stuff unique and original and crazy, ridiculously good. Or maybe, right, Kelly, you still do use chippy brushes because they're fantastic. They are. I mean, sometimes some projects call for chippy brushes. I have 3 of them sitting right over there on that table, just in case I need to grab one. I always have them on hand. However, I have found that I prefer the nice brushes, so I'm going to have to get off my rear, and when I get done painting, I'm going to have to, instead of throwing it in a baggie, I'm going to have to go clean it. Just added chores to my list. Guys, put yourself in someone's shoes. If they are working on a piece of furniture, they price it at $350. They've put it out there on the internet. They're already putting themselves out for vulnerability in front of their friends, their family, their co-workers, all of us other furniture painters. They don't have to tell you how they did it. They don't have to tell you what colors they used. They don't have to tell you what brand of paint it is. They don't have to. So just be respectful. Know your boundaries. I used to get message after message after message after message. And I would just say, I'm sorry, I'm just not teaching yet. Maybe someday. Well, I'll come there from this state. Can I do a one-on-one? I'm not there yet. Maybe someday. And it was honest. Guys, I had no intention. But people were doing well. They were crossing their boundaries. I mean, they were keeping their boundaries and being respectful. So this is just a little reminder. All of you out there who are working your tails off, creating beautiful pieces of furniture, you're not required to tell us how you do it, are you? You're not required. Some of you do. I have started. I do now. I enjoyed it. Had no idea I was going to enjoy this stuff. Had no idea. But I did not for the first 6 years. Had no idea, didn't want to be judged. So please remember your boundaries. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. It's just the example of, like with the quilt. I'm not going to ask a quilter give me step by step. She doesn't have to, because there's not a million quilters online, you know, showing you step by step how I sew something. I mean, those women, they don't have to show you that. No one's asking them. But the only thing that bothers me is when I see someone, if I'm scrolling through comments and someone asks, what colors did you use? Or someone says, well, I just wish that you would tell us. Why does she have to? Why does she have to? Why does he have to? He is branching out. He is, 5% of the population of us furniture painters who's trying to make his own way as a male in this industry. He's not wanting to teach you his steps. He's 40 years old and he's come this far without teaching you. He doesn't want to. So we respect that. We're kind. Right? You're welcome, Annie. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know some of you can relate to that, and I know some of you have all probably been asked, will you please tell me how you did that? And maybe you didn't want to, or maybe you didn't mind, but you didn't want to tell this particular person. Maybe you felt threatened. Guys, I am showing you how to do everything I do. You think I'm not feeling threatened? I am. Daily. I am feeling threatened because so many of you are so talented and beautiful, and your art is outstanding. Right? So use kindness. Okay. When I get upset, she knows. Okay, you sit. Can you sit? Can you sit? Abby, sit. Good girl. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah, so pretty. Okay, stay. Sorry. Stay. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, you go over there. Good girl. Now I'm distracted. So use kindness, guys. Just do not assume that everybody... Oh, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Thank you for being patient. I know y'all don't mind seeing her, but I still need for y'all to see me on the screen, right? Okay, so sorry to show even more vulnerability. Embarrassing. I can speak for myself and my experiences, and that's all I've got. Guys, I know when I start tearing, she comes running no matter where she is in the house. So listen, I can speak from my experience. Yes, I feel vulnerable. I feel threatened by so many of you because you're beautifully talented, you're gifted, you are lovable, and that's okay. I'm happy to know you. I'm happy to be your friend. I'm happy to do something that inspires you, to get some water out and to spray some vinegar on it and to do something ugly. It's going to look really ugly before it gets better. And it may not get better. Let's be real. It may not get better, but I'm happy to share that with you. I'm happy to inspire you. But not everybody is in that position to do so. And so as your friend, as someone on here a lot, please respect other people's talents and don't expect anybody to tell you what's going on, to tell you what they did, to tell you their colors. They don't have to. They truly don't owe you anything. They're busting their tail trying to create something, to sell something, to learn something, to be consistent. The greatest thing I can tell you guys, be consistent. That's the greatest thing I can say to you. Post, if you're, be consistent. Push yourself to, I'm losing words here in my mind. Why in the world would I get emotional? I apologize for that. I did not mean to get emotional. I'm just super passionate about this, and I'm fired up about this topic because I hate to hear of anyone being disrespected for sharing their talent. It's hard. If you haven't done it, try it for just a minute. Try it, even if you're not a creative person. You've got a talent, share it for just a minute with the world on social media and just see how it feels. Put yourself in their shoes. That always works, just in life in general, doesn't it? Right? So that's my challenge. Remember your boundaries. They are there. You can be behind a screen all day long, but if you want to type something ugly, you better go find somewhere else to type it. Oh my Lord, there are boundaries and you need to be following. It's called courtesy. It's called kindness. And please remember that just because someone is posting, trying to sell a piece of furniture, trying to sell a piece of art, trying to sell a blanket, a hat, a crochet beanie, they're working on it. Guys, they don't have to tell you how they did it. They don't owe you anything. If you paid them $100 and they took it and they said they'll teach you, then they owe you. Otherwise, they don't, right? I love you guys enough to tell you and remind you and embarrass myself on here like a fool. I had so many other thoughts, but they're blowing my mind. They're going in and out because I had so many points I wanted to make, but I really didn't expect to get that emotional. Oh, Gail, honey, I'm fine. Nothing in particular has happened. I'm really doing this in defense of my fellow painters. I have a coaching group, and it's called The Creative Connection, right? I have 167 women in this group with me. Guess what? I'm going to go to bat for every single one of them. So if I feel like one of them is getting picked on, or why aren't you sharing your secrets? They're not secrets. They're hurt. yours. The only thing that makes them a secret is if it's actually a secret. They're not secrets. It's just owned. It's called personal space. It's called boundaries. Right? So I'm going to protect all 167 of those women. So I'm doing this for them. I teach you everything. I show you what I'm doing. I do this. I bring people on. I teach you tutorials. I have classes. I'm showing you everything because I've chosen to. You're paying me. You're not paying me right now, like not at this very moment. But when you buy something from me or you're coming to take my class, guys, I'm trying to help you. Ask me all you want. I'll give you all the colors, everything. I'll give it all to you. Okay? But not everybody's doing that. Please respect your boundaries. Please, please, please. Don't expect them to give you something that you don't deserve, especially if you're ugly about it. Right? So I'm here, I'm protecting my group, I'm protecting all my fellow painters, and I'm saying what maybe one or two may be feeling inside right now. I'm going to bat for them. That's why I'm doing it. Not because I've been personally picked on, not because, I've been there, but I'm in a different place right now. Okay, and thank you for the hearts. Y'all are so awesome. This is awesome. Thank you, Tucson Junksters. Be kind. I don't know how else to say it over and over again. Be kind. We get behind a screen and we forget that your words, say them out loud, type them. It's all the same. You be kind. Okay. Breather. And I'm going to back off for a second. And I'm going to make this side look similar to this. Anybody want to paint with me? Thank you, Sarah. I don't know why I'm emotional today. Okay. All right, changing topics, changing gears just a little bit. Be kind. Thank you, Q. I'm proud of you too. Okay. So this is the piece that I painted the other night with Karen Berg. And she is such a precious person. And we used Gypsy Green. If you saw that live, you saw that our pieces looked totally different. But really, guys, I had orangey, kind of yellowy lighting, and she has blue lighting, so the colors look different. But no, my base coat is Gypsy Green. It's from DIY. It's a clay-based paint. Thank you for all of your support and your encouraging words. Y'all are awesome. Just felt like that needed to be said. And Bohemian Blue is this color that I've used here, and then I kind of finished with a little bit of mint chip. So what I'm hoping to do once I get all of this piece done is I'm hoping to make a copper wax. So I'm going to take our liquid gold patina, and I'm going to mix a little bit of the marquee, maybe a drop of black. I don't know. I'm going to play around because I really want it to have just a little bit of copper in here, and I don't know if I can, but that's what I'm going to try to do. So right now I'm just painting. For those of you that are here and you want to paint with me, awesome. If not, thank you for listening to my rant. If it was a rant, I'm not really sure what it is, but I just appreciate all your respect that you guys always give me, and I expect that for everybody else as well. All right, so I'm just going to lightly spray I haven't painted on this since Friday. I'm just going to lightly wet it and get my Gypsy Green by DIY. Oh, Elizabeth, that's okay, honey. You hit this ad button. I'll get off of here and see a few angry faces probably too, but most of the time I know that it was on accident. All right, bye, Heike. See you, sweetie. I'm going to go ahead and just use a little bit of green on here. I'm just putting one more coat on here. And then I'm gonna grab my Bohemian Blue. Sorry, got a phone call. It was my husband. Hi, Robin. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Love Miss Jennifer. Okay, so I'm going to take my smaller brush from Paint Pixie. I'm going to go around the edges a little bit. You know it's going to look messy. If you follow me long enough, you know it's going to get messy. Okay, this is Bohemian Blue, and I'm applying it over the Gypsy Green. And I'm working really quickly, but I'm working in sections while the paint is wet because I really love the way that it blends when it's wet. It's just easier. Like, let's be real. It's just easier. As much as I need the arm workout, I prefer easy. If you'll notice, I'm just picking up my brush and swooshing it. Flicking it basically, so it's a softer and there's not a hard edge. Same thing with here. I am right-handed. I know the camera makes it look like I'm left because I haven't switched it over. You can flip it, so I know it makes it look like I'm left-handed, but I'm not. So my mint chip, I'm gonna grab my brush, also my French tip brush, which is probably not the one I need to use, but I'm going to use it anyway because it's soft and it makes these great little strokes. I'm going to come back in and then knit it with my my Bohemian Blue to soften these little lines right here. You guys, does anybody know who Trish Gleason is with University Pickers? I'm getting ready to interview her at 2 in my coaching group. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I need to get myself pumped up for that. She's so wonderful. She's just part of the duo, University Pickers, and I'm excited to learn more about her. Who's friends with her? Trish Gleason. Okay, it looks, are we looking pretty good? Okay, let me grab some more boho. I want to blend these edges a little bit better. What do we think? We getting there? I know it's a lot darker because it's wet, but I feel like we're getting close. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. All right, let's do this down here. Okay. Get my gypsy green back out and do a little coat of that. Wetten. I don't think wetten is a word, is it? Cue me, ask her about dry brushing with me. As you can imagine, I did it perfectly wrong. What are you talking about, Q? I missed the comment. Can't really imagine Kawita Allen doing anything wrong, can you guys? know I can't. All right, back to the boho blue. I'm gonna put it around the edges of this piece, this drawer. Sorry if I'm not seeing your comments, you guys. You know, I'll go back in a little bit. I just wanted to get this dresser done. I'm dying to see it finished. And I also am excited to make a wax. See if I can make another metallic wax. Excuse me, not really the wax, because I want to use the gold, the liquid gold patina as my top coat. And I want to put a copper. I want to kind of give it a copper look. I think that'll be so pretty with this green and blue. Okay, that came out way too thick. Way too thick. Just gonna soften it a little bit. I'm gonna blend it in here further, and then I'm gonna end up covering it up with a mint chip so it's softer. Okay, now mint chip right here in the center. I'm using this French tip brush from paintpixie.com. Guys, I do have an online class I'm selling tickets for January 27th. You can just sit right at home and take a class if you'd like. You can find it on the turquoiseiris.com. It's a new thing. I haven't done it before. It should be fun. I've got 35, I think, so far attending. Should be fun. So if you need questions or have any questions, let me know. Okay, soften these edges a little bit. Guys, if someone's asking about the colors, would you please answer for me? Because I don't want to have to repeat myself over and over. I know you girls are in there to help me out. Just kind of layering the different colors. I'm going to put a little mint chip down here at the bottom on this trim piece. Just kind of the mint chip is such a good highlighter color. I love it. Okay, I know that the sun is kind of making a glare. It's Gypsy Base with me a mint chip in the center. Yes, that is right. That is right. You've got it. Okay, so once dry, which I need, of course, I need to finish the sides and the top too. I'm going to try to create a copper patina liquid, and I don't know if I'm going to use it everywhere. I mean, we're just going to see kind of how it goes. But for now, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for being here, and if you were on here from the beginning, thank you for listening to my little rant about boundaries and respect and kindness, how it should just be assumed. That's how we're all behaving. So you guys have an awesome day. I'm going to get ready for my interview in just a little bit with Trish Gleason of University Pickers and my private coaching group that I have. I'm going to interview her at 2 o'clock Central Time, and so I need to go kind of prep for that. Bless you all. As usual, I appreciate you, and I just, you get out of here and go be awesome, okay? Take care.